Hey everyone, if you've got an older Ingersoll Rand compressor sitting around and it's starting to sound like it's struggling to keep up, you might be wondering whether replacing just the pump is actually worth it instead of buying a whole new unit. Well, today we're checking out the Ingersoll Rand Two-Stage Type 30 Air Compressor Pump, and I'll walk you through whether this is a smart move for your setup. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. So what exactly are we looking at here? This is a direct replacement pump designed specifically for certain Ingersoll Rand compressors, particularly models like the 159-2009 and 159-2003 series. The beauty of this pump is that it's not some cheap aftermarket knockoff, it's made by Ingersoll Rand themselves, so you know it's built to their standards. That means if your current pump is starting to lose pressure, overheat, or just generally sound rough, swapping in this two-stage unit could breathe new life into your compressor without breaking the bank. One of the biggest advantages of this pump is how it handles air compression. Being a two-stage pump, it cools the air between stages, which reduces moisture buildup in your tank and lines. If you've ever dealt with rust in your air lines or tools getting clogged with moisture, you know how much of a pain that can be. This pump includes an intercooler right out of the box, so it tackles that problem head-on. Plus, the removable cylinders make maintenance way easier. Instead of wrestling with the whole unit, you can pop off the cylinders, clean them, or replace the valves without needing to disassemble the entire pump. That's a huge time saver if you're the kind of person who likes to keep their tools in top shape. Now, let's talk about power. This pump is designed to handle 5 to 7.5 horsepower motors, which covers a lot of the mid-range compressors out there. If you've got a smaller compressor, this might be overkill, but if you're running something like an IR 242 or 254, this pump will match up perfectly. The splash lubrication system is simple but effective. It uses 28 ounces of oil to keep everything running smoothly. You don't have to worry about complicated oil changes or external lubrication systems, it's all self-contained. That's ideal if you're using this in a garage, workshop, or even a small industrial setting where reliability is key. Another thing I really like about this pump is how straightforward it is to install. If you're comfortable with basic mechanical work, you can swap this out in a couple of hours. Ingersoll Rand designed it as a direct replacement, so the mounting points and connections should line up with your existing setup. No need to fabricate custom brackets or mess with the motor alignment. Just unbolt the old pump, bolt on the new one, reconnect the lines, and you're back in business. That's a huge plus if you're trying to minimize downtime. Of course, no product is perfect, and this pump isn't either. For starters, it's not cheap. You're looking at a premium price because it's an OEM part, and that's to be expected. If you're used to buying cheap aftermarket pumps, this might feel like a stretch. But if you value reliability and longevity, it's worth the investment. Also, while the removable cylinders are great for maintenance, they do add a bit of weight to the pump. If you're working in a tight space or need to move the compressor around often, that's something to keep in mind. So, who is this pump actually for? If you've got an Ingersoll Rand compressor that's seen better days and you're tired of dealing with pressure drops or overheating, this is a solid upgrade. It's especially useful if you're running tools that demand consistent airflow, like sanders, grinders, or impact wrenches. The two-stage design helps maintain steady pressure, which means fewer hiccups in your workflow. And if you're the type of person who likes to keep their equipment in top condition, the easier maintenance will be a game changer. At the end of the day, replacing just the pump instead of the whole compressor is a smart move if your motor and tank are still in good shape. This pump is built to last, and since it's made by the same company that built your compressor, you know it's going to play nice with the rest of the system. If you're on the fence, I'd say go for it, just make sure your compressor model is compatible before you pull the trigger. Alright, that's everything you need to know about the Ingersoll Rand Two-Stage Type 30 Air Compressor Pump. If this sounds like the right fit for your setup, check out the link below to see the current price and availability.